Half a wish, Billy. Okay. I wish this skid is good. It's just a normal stick.
Curry Barker's first studio film was released, titled Obsession. Following a hopeless romantic named Bear, he finds a mysterious stick called the Wish Willow, which is said to be giving him wishes when broken. As he wishes for his crush to love him more than anyone in the world, he experiences the horrors that come with not being careful what, or really who, he wishes for. Last night, I decided to go see Obsession because it was one of my most anticipated films of the year, I believe. Oh my god, I've never seen a film scarier. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I make horror movies my entire personality. Literally ask anybody I know. Obsession is the scariest movie I have ever seen in my life by a landslide. It used to be Smile 2, but I kind of played that one up a little bit. It was still scary, don't get me wrong, but I hyped it up a little bit if I'm gonna be sincere. But Obsession is a deeply disturbing and insane movie on so many proportions. The performances from both leads, Bear and Nikki, are so insane to not many horror films have really reached, especially Nikki. Not many horror films have reached the pedestal of the performances given by the two main leads. And everybody in the film's good. Curry Barker really picked himself a fine, good cast, and he really worked with it. Because the sound design, the lighting, the scares... I've never cowered at a horror film, nor have I ever really been completely scared by one. This one terrified me. I had to take a minute. I had to take a breather. At the end, Having a horror taking the theme of codependency is something very, very new and the genre hasn't seen before. And I think Curry Barker takes it with his strides. His last film, Milk and Cereal, which is also a very good movie, just had something, didn't really hit me. Something that felt missing, right? Obsession had the whole package. It was a whole deal. Absolutely nothing felt missing. Everything was in its right place. And I think it was a pretty perfect horror film. I don't believe I'd have many flaws for the film, given that I rated it 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Go follow my Letterboxd. So to say perfect horror film is kind of makes sense if I rated it 5 out of 5, but I mean it in every sense of the word. I believe it's flawless. I don't think that there's much flaws with this film. Their performances were spectacular. Genuinely, my skin was crawling at so many points. The way the film was shot in a 3-to-4 ratio really felt the sense of enclosure being with your two main leads, Bear and Nikki, and the way that you are a part of this story as it's driven, and you are in this exact same position that Bear is in. It really helps you devolve into the insanity with this film. I don't think there's too many jump scares. I think the way that the sound design is done is very good. It's very nice. It's the way a lot of modern horror does it. There's a big crescendo of music. Quiet. Bang! I like that. I don't know, many people do. I literally have a whole video that I had scripted about why jump scares are ruining modern horror. This one exceeds that. I think jump scares are actually good, and it balances out with the psychological horror of it. So I don't think I'd be taking one away for the other. They mesh really well. So this is one of the rare horror films that I don't think its jump scares weigh it down. In fact, a lot of this film actually is in its favor of its jump scares. I said the ratio, but I wasn't talking about the lighting and the coloring of the film. The way Nikki is staged in a few of the shots, you don't see her face at all, and I think that's really great to put it in your mind on what's actually happening there. There's a few shots in this film where you're able to slightly make out her face. It doesn't look human. I'm gonna be so real. It doesn't look human at all, as a matter of fact. And I think that's the most terrifying part. Nikki does an insane performance. I know, I've said it a bunch. I've said it a lot. Nikki has a fabulous performance. I would love to see the actress in more in the future. It's insane. She's insane. The way she plays it between insane and then also really normal, and then she could be crying her eyes out, and then she could screaming to the top of her lungs, screaming demonic style, nice, quiet, sadness, screaming, nice, quiet, sadness, screaming, all throughout the film. I gotta say, monumental stuff. Bear also plays an extremely good character too. The way he balances between, does he like this girl? Does he not? Are you a terrible person? Yes, you are. Because realistically, Bear's the villain of this movie. I'm not gonna get into it because of the spoilers of it, but Bear is probably the real villain of the movie. But hey, short little review. Hands off to you. What did you think of Obsession? Did you like it as much as I did? Did you think it was a little not good? Totally up to you. I haven't posted in a while, so this is one of my first videos back. I hope you enjoyed slightly me and my incoherent rambling. Probably didn't. But hey, if you did subscribe, stick around. I'll be doing more content later. I'll catch you guys later.